On today's show, we talk about so much. Plus, we got a legend in the house.
Exactly, an Albanian legend in the house. Okay, we are joined by Ansi Agolli of the New York Cosmos. Just recently signed with the team. We're excited to have him on, talk to him, and talk about a lot of other stuff on this
That's right.
episode.
There's so much going on. That and more on today's episode of the Cooligans. Yeah, baby!
Yes, I love it when we do these episodes with guests because they usually do not know that you're about to scream, yeah, baby, right next to them.
No one knows that the guy who looks like he's pretty lethargic, he's just about to spring up with a whole lot of energy.
All right, but to pop up and like, whoa, this was not what I expected at all.
Save it for when the cameras and the lights are on, baby.
Okay, it's a nice little Halloween prank. You scare them.
Bragada.
No, man, this is really exciting because we have a fun show planned today, but we're excited to welcome our guest today of the New York Cosmos. Alexis, please introduce our guest.
Guys, you've seen him playing for the Azerbaijani team Qarabag. You've seen him playing for the Albanian national team. You've seen him playing for the New York Cosmos now. And you're about to see him right here in our studio, sitting next to me. Ladies and gentlemen, unless you're driving, put your hands together for the one, the only, Ansi Agolli. Come on.
Ansi, what's up, man?
How you doing, guys?
Yeah.
Too much energy.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit more than most of our guests sort of expect. But thank you.
Want sometimes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. You recently joined the New York Cosmos. Can you please just talk a little bit about why you made the decision and living in the States now? What made the move out here to join the New York Cosmos?
First of all, I have to thank you guys because for sharing this positive energy, you know, this afternoon.
Of course.
Hope it don't get so high, you know. I'm not prepared for this, but so and for your question, so I play professional many years in starting from Albania, Switzerland, Finland. Then I moved to Azerbaijan 10 years. And so I have to make a decision for last years of my career, including my family that lives here in States, New York. And so this was the reason, of course. I'm playing with a team that is for me is a brand.
Yeah.
I don't know how for other guys here in America is, but for me is a big name in America and Europe also, so I'm very happy to be here and to play for a huge club like New York Cosmos.
Now, when you were sort of coming up in the different leagues that you were coming up in, I read that you became a professional at 9 years old. You came into the academy at 9 years old, I should say.
You can be a professional at 9 years old.
Yeah.
It's a little bit difficult, you know.
You know what? Maybe making wallets or something, but not in soccer.
I start my journey with soccer at 9 years old in my homeland, Albania, Tirana. Was not so. When I think now was a little bit difficult, not so easy, but of course the condition there was like that, and I have to accept to move forward, to work, and to become a professional. Then later on to become a professional in the age of 16.
Wow.
So I remember sometimes when I was a kid with the academies of Tirana, we ride a bike, three guys, for example, for 6-7 miles, we were with one bike, you know, 3 guys, so it was not so easy.
3 guys on one bike.
One bike, yeah. So
who did the pedaling? That guy had no energy for the training.
Every day. We change every day. So
whoever did the training had the biggest quads, right? That was extra training.
Now it's funny, you know, when you say this, but at that time it was a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, of course.
Riding with the roads, difficult roads of Tirana, but so at the 16 age I became a professional and play my first game with. I signed the first professional contract with my homeland club Tirana, and so there it started, you know, the professional career.
And you ended up becoming the captain of the Albanian national team. What getting to that point, I mean, and getting to represent your country, and also to be at that position of leadership, what does it mean to you? And sort of how did you sort of put your life in that path to kind of get there?
Are you sure I have to talk about this because it's a long so many years.
We got all the time in the world.
Yeah. Now, first of all was to play for my national team. Albanian national team is a dream for every child. I mean, every player in Albania is like a dream. So for me, the first dream becoming at that moment, I recognized that I become a professional, you know, not signing the first contract, because when you play with your national team, is like something big, you know, in Albania. It's an honor, it's a big honor. And it was a long journey. We have our ups and downs with the national team, but we had a good last years. We had a good performance. So I'm very proud for what I did with the national team, and I hope I leave something good playing with this team.
I mean, what springs to mind is the Euros. You guys sort of had some really great games in the last Euros. If I'm not mistaken, that was 2016?
16, yeah.
Yeah, 2016. I was looking for that jersey. I couldn't find it anywhere. I think it was made by Macron, right?
Yeah,
Macron, I was looking for it everywhere. I was like, I want this jersey so bad.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice jersey.
Very nice. Now, one of the things that comes up to mind when you think of the Albanian national team are some of the players from Albania that had to leave and now play for other national teams. In particular, and I hope this isn't offensive, but people make the two birds with their hands.
Yeah.
Shaka, Shaqiri.
That is the eagle.
The eagle. The double eagle.
Our flag.
Your flag. Yeah,
is the eagle.
They did that, and then they sort of it was viewed as negative in their countries to represent Albania. How does that feel, seeing players that had to leave Albania reaching success and knowing that the next generation of Albanian players are going to get to stay home like you did and get the chance to play for the national team?
I mean, I understand some players, for example, you spell Jaka or Shaqiri, they born in Switzerland, they grow up there. So I respect their decision, you know. Even if they are playing for Albanian national team was much better, you know, because they help the country. But I respect their way, and they are doing very well with Switzerland national team or Germany. Yeah. Mustafi, for example, he play World Cup. He win the World Cup with the German national team. So playing with these national teams, also a part of them they represent, you know, Albanian. Right. So we feel proud about these guys also.
That's good. You're like, but just bring the World Cup trophy. Let me hold it. You know? We got more with Ansi right after this.
Welcome back. So, Ansi, I did want to ask you about your time in Qarabag, and you have over 200 appearances with the club. Obviously, the club is very dear to you. They clearly respect you. And I'm reading here, you had your send-off game. You had 10,000 people in attendance just to show you the support for you. Look, I'll be honest, I'm not necessarily watching the Azerbaijan League day to day or week to week, but I do see Qarabag regularly in Champions League. You have a lot of Champions League caps. What does the club mean to you, and being playing at such a high level in your league? And then also, I don't know how many people on our show have played in the UEFA Champions League. I believe he's the first.
I don't think I did not.
I did not. I also,
in case you're wondering. No, I did not.
Well, what is it like, especially for the clubs from the quote unquote smaller nations? What does it mean to play in those tournaments, and how do you prepare to play against these big clubs?
First of all, I have to start from the beginning. You know, when I get this offer from this club and from Azerbaijan, I say, where is Azerbaijan? I never heard of it.
Sure.
and it's a little bit scary name when you hear Azerbaijan. It's being long.
Very long.
So and then I go there. I go to meet these people of the club, the coach, and this. I see, hey, they have a good team here. You know, they work very good, professional way. We start it was not easy, the beginning, first 3 years, 4 years, it was not so easy. But step by step, build a good team, the coach, the club, many things come together. And of course, the results, last 6 years, results of this club, they are fantastic, you know. I mean, with the budget that they have, you know, comparing with the teams that play in Champions League is unbelievable, you know. So we play 5-time Europa League group stage, 1-time Champions League. This was the cherry in the cake, what I call. So it was a beautiful, long 10 years, long journey, but very beautiful for me.
But they recently won their league, and you went back, and they celebrated with you like you were there that day, scoring goals.
Yeah.
How did that feel? How did it feel to get carried by the other players? That's got to be an amazing feeling. Like, I've tried a couple times to hop on his shoulders. It hurts him.
Doesn't
you know
really
what I
work
mean?
out too well.
You know, I'm like, carry me. You know, he won't do it. How does it feel to know that you can step away from the club but still be beloved and still feel like the players and the fans still feel like you are and will forever be a part of Qarabag?
I mean, it's a beautiful feeling, you know, for not only for me, for every player, you know, when have this warm for welcome from the club or from the people there, supporters, is very, very beautiful feeling. So I have this, when I come back now, I turn back in time. I remember when I went there, they asked me, hey, where are you from? Albania. When I leave the country, the people start to speak Albanian, you know. So they learn.
The whole
Not all the people, you know, but
No,
some of supporter, for example, or inside the club, people who work, they start to speak a little bit Albanian, you know. Google some words, and
I don't think I know any Albanian.
I don't. I asked him to tell me some curse words in Albanian, my buddy, but he told me no. Don't do that. Don't do that to Ansi.
How do you say hello in Albanian? I'm just curious.
hello, sie,
See ya.
mirdita.
Mirdita?
Mirdita.
Okay. See ya.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Mirdita? Because I know Spanish, and that's a wildly close. Are the languages similar? Because I feel like it might be. Also, how'd you know my nickname in high school?
Ansi, I did want to ask about now that you are in New York. What is that? How is it adjusting for you and your family? I also.
Was your family here already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My family lives here for 10 years.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, wow.
My wife, my son, born last year. So
Oh, awesome.
Congrats. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
great. So I did hear this note about you, a little rumor. Apparently, you are a huge fan of Dunkin' Donuts.
But not the coffee, just the
donuts, yeah.
You just like
not only Dunkin' Donuts, you know,
Just-
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
Okay.
Other.
I gotta be honest, you don't look like a big donut fan.
I,
I don't know
You look
what
like you smell the donut and that's it. I look like I eat the donut.
yeah.
Yeah, don't agree. Don't agree so quickly, honestly.
You look a little bit like Boston cream.
I look,
Yo, you got a nice cream filling, Alexis.
wow.
We make a nice commercial to donuts.
That'd be a
A
good.
very plump donut.
Oh my God, sick Ansi burn.
Yeah.
I love it.
Roasted by Ansi Agolli.
That's
But what, I mean, would the donuts, that didn't become a part of your training back in Azerbaijan, did it?
Yeah. My wife visited me when I used to play there. She visited me every month. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
every month she comes, she stay 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So anytime she come, I say, don't forget the donuts.
Don't forget the
I'm not
donut.
letting you in the house if you don't bring it.
Don't bring it. Yeah,
This is the
That's for
best advertisement for Dunkin' Donuts.
that's for sure.
How is this not your spokesperson? He called his wife and said, "Don't forget the donuts." Yeah, I haven't seen you in a month. Don't forget them donuts.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. What's your favorite donut? Can I guess? You said Boston cream.
Boston
I was
cream
going to
is good.
suggest Boston cream. All right.
Boston cream is good.
Okay.
Glazed
Oh.
also.
It's not too sweet. I feel like Boston cream is just like the filling is too much, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, of course you would think that. I think it's perfect. We got to take it to Donut Pub. We got to take it to Donut Plant. So many great donut places here in New York.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I guess boutique donut places.
Yeah.
That's the best way to
hipster donut
gourmet.
places.
Yes, gourmet donut places. I don't know if those are a little too fancy for you, but I think it's it's something you should consider.
For me, it's no problem. If you do donuts is okay for me.
Okay,
No problem.
fried dough. Let's get it. Absolutely. Let's
Doesn't
get it.
matter the brand, Donuts.
Yeah, donuts. That's all I want. Me and you could be best friends. I don't know if you know this. Except I dip mine in coffee. You're not just a big soccer fan. You're also a big boxing fan. If you didn't play soccer, was there another sport that you think you would have excelled in?
I never think about that, But I like you say, I like too much watching box. Anytime I have the chance, because we normally play Saturday, and Saturday mostly of the fights they are Saturday. But when I have the chance to watch box, I watch it.
Nice.
I like too much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite boxer of all time?
Well, there are many, and in this moment is Triple G, for example.
Okay.
Triple G is my favorite. Canelo also.
Yeah, Canelo's great.
I like this middleweights.
You like middle?
More actions,
Yeah, they do. They throw the hands a little
They
fast.
throw fast. So
The heavyweights are too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one punch finish.
I like the guys who weigh like 110 pounds. Just like two school kids in a fight. It's amazing.
That's why he's always on World Star.
Just watching high school fights.
We'll talk some more boxing with Ansi right after this.
Yeah, baby, we're back with Ansi Agolli. Now, right before we went to break, you mentioned you're friends with Ismail Trezuri Shradi, who plays here in New York as well. You guys have never played on the same team before, though.
No, we never played the same team, but we know each other since I come here. I
that's
meet
cool.
him, so it's a very good guy and also a very good professional player.
Yeah, and now you guys get to be sort of in the same city, and just sort of in general, you've had family here for the last 10 years. You've been in New York a bunch of times, but what does it mean to live in a city like New York? Like I don't know what Tirana is like, but Tirana to New York, I'm assuming is a little different. What does it feel like to live here?
Yeah, of course. In the beginning, there are some difficulty. Everywhere you go is difficult, but now it's going pretty good. So, the difficulty here is about the traffic.
Yeah. Have you been on the
Traffic kill me.
subway?
Yeah, I have been.
Yeah,
of
and you're
course.
like, I don't like it. It smells bad. There's a lot of people.
Yeah,
I think-
sometimes, yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
I like a city that smells like pee. You know what I mean? It's my favorite. Do you have any other friends? Are you trying to get any other players to come play in New York?
Not now, but maybe in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, very
Why not?
cool.
And now that you are with the Cosmos, obviously, very owned by a very public, popular figure, Rocco Commisso. What is, I don't, at least to me, Rocco is just like this larger than life figure, just a very charismatic person. Was there anything as far
Seems like everyone's uncle.
Exactly. Was there anything about him that sort of drew you to the club as far as deciding what was the next team that you wanted to go to?
Oh, not really, but like you say, Rocco looks like this in TV maybe, or.
Yeah.
But I mean, in normal life, it's like normal people, So
Yeah.
he talk with all people the same way. So I didn't talk with Rocco before I come here. I talked with Joe Barone. He's the vice president of the.
president.
Yeah.
So I have a very good relation with him and also with Rocco.
And as far as a lot of times here in within American soccer, people are very critical of how it is, right? So Rocco has been definitely known. He wants promotion and relegation. He wants to be able to get the Cosmos into the first division and earn their opportunity for things like that. What is your opinion on American soccer, and how do you think you can contribute and help it kind of maybe improve in any way?
I mean, in general, the American soccer is growing. So last year's you can see also the stadiums. The stands are pretty full with people. Also, the level is pretty good. I mean, MLS, major soccer league is going not bad. It's going good.
Yeah.
To say the truth. For Cosmos, I mean, I know all the problems, that Cosmos have with the federation, with the loyal suite and things like this, but for me, my opinion is that Cosmos has to be, must have a place for Cosmos in Major Soccer League, because football is not only, like I see,
Yeah.
maybe I am wrong, but like I see, football is not only business, sometimes it's also traditions, so Cosmos is is a very tradition team in America. So my opinion, there has to be an agreement, and Cosmos has to play one day, as soon as possible for me, in Major Soccer League.
Yeah,
That's great. I mean, look, there's so many fans that want it to change, but the Cosmos, they have a really dedicated fan base. The five, the Borough Boys and the
Points.
Brigade. There's a lot of people that clearly love the club. And you come from a club, like the few times that I've seen Qarabag play, whether it's Europa or Champions League, very intense fans that love the club. It doesn't matter where it is, there's a connection with the fans. And have you seen any of that yet from the Cosmos fans?
I mean, Qarabag is not I think it's a 28 years club,
Yeah.
so it's 29 maybe. So it's not so old team, old
Yeah.
club, and he have so much fans when he play in Europa League, Champions League, championship games. So what about Cosmos? He's a 50 years club or 60 years. So if Cosmos play in a Major Soccer League, we'll have the same public, I think, same fans, because this club have his own loyal supporters.
Yeah,
This
very
is very important, for one team. For one club, it's very important to have your loyal supporters that follow you many years ago.
Yeah.
So I think if Cosmos one day will be back to the top leagues, maybe stadium full.
yeah.
For sure.
What does it mean to especially when you see, I grew up seeing like the videos of Pele playing for the Cosmos, and what does it sort of mean to you to play for the same club that Pele played for? It must be kind of wild.
Yeah, is one of the reasons that I chose to play for this club. It's not only familiar or other reasons, but also playing for a club that have history, in the past and also now.
Yeah.
So this is one of the reasons that why I chose to play for this team.
It's very cool. And speaking of the fans, like if there's something that you could tell the fans, because I know right now you're part of the Members Cup. You're at the top of the standings, which is great, top of the table there. 5 wins, no losses. What is it something that you think the fans should know about you? What is it that you want to say to the fans? Anything at all?
I mean, the fans. Which fans? Cosmos fans?
Cosmos fans.
Cosmos
Yeah.
fans.
The other fans, I'm coming for you. No, the Cosmos fans.
I think now they know everything,
Yeah.
Internet connect all the people around the world, so they have all my information, or some. If they want to know something special, they can call me, and I can take a coffee with them, So.
Well, don't say that, because we have a friend named Patrick Inferno. You'll trust me, you'll meet him. He is a massive Cosmos fan.
Yeah, he's just gonna bring donuts to games.
He's gonna bring donuts and mate. He drinks mate. Like
I have to meet him. I have to meet this guy.
Trust me, you will meet him, whether you like it or not. You're gonna meet Patrick Inferno. Absolutely.
Just to bring the donuts.
Yeah. Well, listen. Just to bring donuts. Dude, I might bring donuts. Get to hang out with Ansi Agolli.
Definitely the way to Auntie's heart, right?
Yeah, and mine. Bring me donuts, especially for mentioning your name on the show. Well, listen, I want to thank you for coming on. I want to, wish you the best of luck in the season. And it's been great to sort of see all the things you've gotten to do and see what you get to do here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for invitation, and thank you for sharing this positive energy with you.
Yeah.
And of course, we will meet again.
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds like a threat.
Yeah, which I like.
We will meet again, Ansi. Thanks so much. All right, we'll be back with more after this.
Hi, I'm Max Bredos, and you're watching the Cooligans. Get out of here.
All right, welcome back. Thank you again, Ansi Agolli of New York Cosmos. That was pretty cool to have him on the show to talk about the current and future of
donuts.
Yeah,
That was great.
We didn't realize we were gonna bring such a donut hole expert, but we got one.
Called me a Boston cream.
All right, okay.
Pretty specific.
I know what your
Pretty exact.
Your nickname is gonna be on back pages now.
Okay. Come and take a squeeze.
Okay, hopefully I don't get any on ya.
Look out. You never know what angle it's. Anyway, we want to keep this show.
Anyway, I swear it's a soccer show. We're having a good time. So let's talk about the end of year awards for Major League Soccer.
That's
because
right.
A lot of the nominations and the finalists for a lot of the categories has come out. We already learned that the winner for Rookie of the Year was Colorado Rapids' own Andre Shinyashiki.
He found out via FaceTime.
That's right. He was.
It's a new era.
He found out via it was a Colorado Avalanche player who surprised him and told him, which was cool. That the Rapids and the Avalanche have that kind of synergy out in Colorado.
It's pretty dope. Maybe some of the Avalanche players could have played the beginning of the season and they would have been in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. All right. Okay. It was an option. Anyway, let's talk about some of the finalists for the award. So the Landon Donovan MLS Most Valuable Player finalist, which is why it's even better.
Hilarious.
That it's called
because we're going to say these next three names. The Landon Donovan MVP award might go to either Zlatan Ibrahimovic,
okay,
Joseph Martinez, or Carlos Vela.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
It feels...
It's not meant to confuse you, but it's going to.
But these are the three finalists, and I mean...
Landon hopes to win the Zlatan Ibrahimovic award. I think he's really excited for
the
it.
Zlatan Humanitarian Award. So
built a house with his foot.
So those are the finalists. Who do you got out of those three? You have to.
I mean, you want to give it to someone like Zlatan, but he also throws so much shade at the other players.
Sure.
Is he your most valuable player?
Like, if you give him this award, will he not immediately throw it away? That's my main concern.
Or will he just get the Landon Donovan part scratched off? And write in Zlatan Ibrahimovic, MLS most valuable player, goes to Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Brought to you by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But obviously Carlos Vela has to win this award. I mean, it would be
He
great.
broke the goal scoring record.
Good
enough for me.
Yeah, I think that kind of does it. He's not only has he had such a great season where he scored so many goals in many different games. Did he even get how many hat tricks did he get this season? I don't think he got that many, maybe 2 or 3. But which is not to say that that's nothing, but that was
no.
But
he's just been consistent scorer.
He's scoring in a lot of different games, and he's also having what he did to the San Jose Earthquakes alone is.
It was like U.S. versus Cuba.
Worthy of the trophy. Yes, he definitely. I think he broke 7 people's ankles in that.
Cut up the whole damn team.
Defender of the year. This is a one that I'm surprised that the finalists that are here.
Ike Opara makes sense because he made. Not single-handedly, but he made Minnesota a defensively
from
what they
last
were
year to this year. It's
Ozzy Alonso had a big part of it as well.
Of course, but Ike Opara, Miles Robinson, and Walker Zimmerman are Defender of the Year finalists.
Walker Zimmerman, I get
but defensively, LAFC have been good, right? I believe they have allowed the least amount of goals. But as far as, it's almost like the MVP trophy is not always to the team that does the best. It's about who's more valuable to their team.
Yeah.
And in this case, you could understand why Ike Opara.
He's Defender of the Year, and it's got to go to Ike. Even though Miles Robinson, I think, took the biggest step forward.
I agree. But I
would even say Miles Robinson is probably the best defender in the league. But I think the Defender of the Year goes to Ike Opara. But it's not valuable.
I know, but that's how I kind of think about it.
Well, you're thinking about it wrong because it would say that.
But there's also...
It would say most valuable defender of the year.
But there's no parameters on how people vote. people can vote for whoever they want. No, but MLS
Yeah.
doesn't tell people how to vote.
Of course. And you could send in some bots to do the voting for you. You know what I mean?
Okay,
You
so
know?
all right, Alexis immediately saying it's rigged.
No, I'm saying you can rig it. Maybe you should.
It's not.
No,
but no,
it's definitely not.
Well, this is voted on by the media, like the media, so the writers and everybody. And I don't understand why the Cooligans do not have a vote.
We should get a vote.
I mean, at this point, we have a TV show.
Forget what I just said. We should definitely get a vote.
I mean, I feel like by us having a vote will probably mean that the whole system is rigged. You know?
Also, can I ask a question? Are there anybody that has a vote that also has a television show? 'Cause I feel like the answer is no.
No. Well, I'm sure there's people
Maybe
who have,
one or two.
I'm sure people.
Are there people that don't have a television show that get a vote?
That is, yes.
We should be ahead of them in line at the very least.
We should maybe cut in there.
You know what I mean? Could you take a couple steps back?
It's just, I mean, it feels like
If you don't have a television show, could y'all just take like 2 steps back? Maybe 2.5, and let Christian and Alexis just slide right in.
Okay, that would be the kind of thing to do. Next,
Goalkeeper of the year. I'm surprised at one of these names as well. Bill Hamid, Sean Johnson, Vito Minone, which makes sense, but when you see it at first, you're like, really?
yeah. But Vito Minone has had some incredible saves.
Also, just quietly a great season.
Yeah, I don't know. I think who was again? I think of like who was more valuable to their team, which is maybe that's
not
how you
the
base.
question.
You don't base it on that.
No, neither do they.
But they don't tell you how they base it.
Who had the best season as a goalkeeper? That's the question.
Well, how do you decide who had the best season? It's just like who had the most saves.
Look,
what team has the most points?
Bill Hamid, look, the team is kind of almost crumbled at the end of the season. I gotta take away some points there. Sean Johnson, just for the letting the ball pass through, you lose at
against
least
Minnesota.
Yeah, and then Vito Minone, you can't really point to anything.
For me, at least for this, I would say if you take one of those goalkeepers away from their team, how dramatically would it affect the team?
Then there's no goalkeeper in that.
You need someone in there. I mean, this specific one.
I feel like the rules of the sport
you'll give up.
prohibit you from winning.
I feel like you'll give up a few more goals if you have no netminder at all.
This kid's pulling the keeper beginning of the game.
No, I think if you take out Bill Hamid from and replace him with
That's
whoever.
MVP. You got to get over this. That's not the way you do it.
Alexis, no, there is no way to do it. But you take out Bill Hamid from DC United and they have a different keeper. I think Bill Hamid.
Who had the best season as a goalkeeper? That's the question.
Bill Hamid. I just say Bill Hamid.
All right, well then it's Bill. You know what? We'll be right back after this.
All right, so we have to continue talking about, continue this debate over some of these MLS end of year finalists.
Some of these are very important.
Exactly. Which you wanted to talk about Coach of the Year.
The Siggy Schmidt Coach of the Year, very important, right? Now, Bob Bradley, points leader, right? Broke the record in points. Incredible team, right? Jim Curtin, amazing year, right? No one believed in the Philadelphia Union at the beginning of the season except me. I remember I was saying they're going to be fine. They're gonna be doing
let's go to the archives.
Yeah. No, don't do that. Don't pull it up. Just believe in what I said. And Dome Torrent, right?
Yes.
Of NYCFC. Also an incredible season, finished first in the Eastern Conference. I think Dome Torrent deserves a nod. He deserves a serious consideration for it.
Okay.
I think Jim Curtin deserves a serious consideration for it, maybe even a nod for it. There's no one beating Bob Bradley.
Yeah, it's difficult to have such an incredible season and have the MVP on your team and not be Coach of the Year. But also, LAFC, it's like they're working with more chips.
Yeah, they're working with so many more owners as well. I mean, that's why they have a higher budget. Everybody's a millionaire.
I could see. I mean, Bob Bradley should probably win it because of just of the milestones that LAFC reached, and realistically, a team being in its second year and achieving as much as it has to give some real consideration for that award. But Jim Curtin, I think, has to get kind of the biggest applause for sort of bringing a team that kind of they raised their level at least a little bit more. They probably didn't reach what Philadelphia Union fans really, really wanted. As far as
well, they were in first for so long, so I think everyone just took that for granted. But to come from where they came from last season, with the way the whole team and the fans were feeling about them when they first came in. Incredible.
I can see. I mean, Jim Curtin. I can see him as far as more than just consideration. I think he's a real candidate for that award. But speaking of the Philadelphia Union, we got to spend some time in Philadelphia last week, and
we were led on a whole goose chase.
It was quite ridiculous what we went through.
But
so
lucky enough, we filmed it. Right?
We did. We documented our whole experience.
That's right. And I think, look, there's only one way to just explain. There's really no way to explain it. But why don't you guys just watch it? Because this is absolutely wild. Why don't we go to that? Why don't you go ahead and show what happened to us in Philly?
That's a wrap.
We get it, man.
Good work, buddy.
Hey, there was a note in the box. It was actually kind of weird. I didn't want to put it on the show. It's just 3 emojis. I think it means live, breathe football.
It's like a clue. I think we gotta go to Philly.
Well, we're going to Philly, so I guess we got to stop at live, breathe football now. This is it. Live, breathe football. It's the office. Come on.
And boom! There he is.
Yo,
Dude, it's been so long.
what's up, my guy? How you been, bro?
Sorry, we just interrupted, but we got a weird note.
This joint right here
Yeah?
is gonna take you all the way.
All the way? I thought this was it. I thought this is where we're going.
No, man. You gotta follow that.
Do you know anything about this?
I'm here in Fishtown. What do I gotta do?
Hey, Christian. Got the next clue on your journey. Final destination still to come up for you.
We're kind of just walking around these empty buildings. The stadium's that way.
This is getting kind of rough.
Yo, you forgot this song, yo. What you doing? Come on, baby.
Another one?
Another one. Another.
Ain't this it?
Nah, baby. Nothing ends in Chester.
Okay. Well, let's keep it going then.
Wait, nothing ends in Chester. That sounded ominous as hell. Can't figure out what that note's supposed to mean.
What is it supposed to mean?
It's just a build.
Oh,
Les Cooligans.
Sebastian Latou?
Sebastian
guys?
What are you doing here?
I have this for you guys.
That's what the note meant.
Unreal.
Latou.
Okay.
Hey, good luck.
Thank you. Oh my god, this is getting out of hand.
Sebastian Latou. What is this gonna lead to? This is finally it.
Okay, we did it.
Welcome to Chester, guys. Got a little gift for you.
All this for a scarf.
Yeah.
What do you mean, a scarf?
Another clue?
I'm done yet.
Come on.
Calling the messenger.
All right, whatever. Let's just find where this is going to send us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yo, this is wild. This is where we go. I'm kind of nervous.
Let's go in.
You're not scared?
We've gotten this far.
Who is that? It could be anybody. Oh, that's Fang.
This is crazy.
That's what this was?
It was just a whoopee cushion.
Are you kidding me?
We came all the way from New York
For this?
for a fart joke. Okay, Fang, you got us.
Well, I actually farted. I heard you. I thought
Okay.
because I thought we were both farting because we were scared.
That's what that.
So I farted.
It's getting bad. Yeah. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Actually, I might have done a poopy. Yo, Christian, did we bring wet wipes? Yeah.
Well, Fang got us.
Wow. All that for that.
Okay, well done, Mr. Fang or Mrs. Fang or whatever you want to be.
Or-
But you know what? I don't know if you're Mr. or Mrs., but you're a snake.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You got us. But that was really cool. Thank you again for the Philadelphia Union for participating.
that was a lot of fun.
And working together. That was really, really cool.
Sebastian Latou, all of them.
pretty wild. I mean, it was a great time in Philly.
Philly's a great
and for
city.
everything to sort of come together like that was pretty wild. So thank you. All right, so.
Did you see the Diego Maradona documentary yet? I think you just told me you did, right?
I did.
Okay.
I did see it.
You watched the whole thing?
I watched the entire thing.
What were your thoughts? Because I thought it was incredible. I know it's been out for a few weeks now, but...
It was very good. I wasn't a huge fan of the style of it, which is basically a story being told over B-roll and like kind of interviews that like old interviews, and it must have been an incredibly difficult thing to put together, like archiving, getting all this footage and all this other stuff. Very, very difficult. But
I loved it. I love the look of it. I love the pace of it. I love the feel of it. I think more of these should be done. I thought this was absolutely perfect. I think it would have been sort of disrupted a little bit if you would have just had like interviews and had him on today. It would have been too much comparing back and forth. It was nice to sort of almost following him along just through like news clippings, you know?
Sure. So the only issue I had with it was definitely engaging, but it felt a little slow at times.
Yeah, I like that though. Did you see the last clip where he finally like admits that it's his son?
Yeah, that's pretty great. I mean, it's just like after the whole thing, you just realize this dude is just like just a deadbeat dad, right? Like that's like the frustrating part.
But no, he admitted to being like he still is a dad,
which is
a step forward.
Better than most.
Yeah.
It's better than most for them to finally have the closure to be like, hey, I am a deadbeat dad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, it turns out it wasn't just that man.
Okay, there's gonna be a sequel to the deadbeat dad.
A couple of them. There's as many chapters in this story as there is to Trapped in the Closet, if you remember. Turns out now a 23-year-old Argentinian woman had just come out and said that that's her father, and they're going through all the tests now to prove it. But she makes the 11th child.
So how many children does Diego Maradona have that he claims? Do we know how many?
I don't. That are with his now ex-wife.
Okay.
There's also something in this article that says he had a baby with Sergio Aguero's ex-wife, which I don't think that's true.
No,
I think his child.
His dog. Okay, so we've got our producer says he's recognized 5 children, which is beautiful.
It feels like we work for more.
Because this is Diego Maradona was the Antonio Cromartie before Antonio Cromartie. Right?
It's Antonio Cromartie's favorite soccer player right here, Diego Maradona.
Okay, clearly footballers have a lot in common, right?
Doesn't matter, different sport. Similar CTE.
And the C stands for cocaine.
Yeah.
So, but this kind of behavior is just absurd. But when you watch the documentary, you understand, and it really, honestly, the documentarians must have had to like
do a little cocaine just to get the feeling. You know what I mean?
No, they must have had to. They must have gone through some footage and data and found stuff out. But we're like,
you can't put that in.
Well, we can't put it in. We're not sure.
There's also not enough time to talk about these 10 other children.
We don't have 14 other documentaries to make with the HBO doesn't have that large a budget.
Right. That's the new Game of Thrones.
But
the Game of Cribs.
It's just, but the Sergio Aguero's wife is
his daughter.
Is Diego Maradona's daughter.
Okay.
One of them that he claimed.
One of the obvious. Like, no, I was there when he was born.
Oh, you married Sergio Aguero? Yeah, you my daughter.
Yeah, oh, you're my daughter now. You know what? He's my son. But now that he's got 11, everyone, the joke is now he could start his own. He could field his own soccer team.
Yes.
Here's what little hidden detail in this article. Did you know? Supposedly, allegedly, 3 of these children are in Cuba.
Okay.
Which I didn't even get to do this because Cuba lost 7-0. I should have Cuba. But Diego Maradona birthed 3 children. Can one of them play soccer? It's Cuba.
Okay, now there's a silver lining here to disowning your children.
Yes. Look, I'm Cuban and I was disowned by my father.
There's a possibility.
It's Diego Maradona.
We've confirmed it.
You heard it here first.
Dad, bring the blow.
Yeah.
We have a glass table right here.
This is why we got it. Could you imagine being reunited with my papa?
Oh my God, and having an Argentinian accent all of a sudden.
Yeah, get easy. It's boludo.
This is, I mean, quite an astounding discovery that we.
What if this is what this whole podcast was about?
But this all sort of makes it's. I mean, the dots are kind of coming together. The connecting. There's a strong possibility.
Alexis, you're Cuban. What's your connection to soccer? I honestly don't know. It feels like hereditary. I'm drawn to it.
Did your mom travel to Napoli at any time in the last?
I feel like he went to Goa. If we're gonna be honest, you know what I mean. Go right to the source.
Look, I hope. Look for the sake of of families and children that don't know their father. Right. I hope this is not true. I hope it's.
Oh no, I hope it is true because there's got to be 3 kids who don't know who their dad is in Goa, and now they're like, wait a minute.
I mean, you can't throw a baseball 5 feet without hitting 3 kids that don't know who their father is.
You know, there's 3 kids out there with no dads. There's 3 kids out there with no dads who can kick a curveball, and they're like, there's just something odd about this child.
I don't know how Cuban he or she is.
I mean,
exactly.
You know.
Oh, you gotta love Hispanic Heritage Month. It's really
We're ending it on a
beautiful time.
On a twist. It M. Night Shyamalan twist. I'm Alexis Maradona Jr. I threw the junior on there.
They were Cuban the whole time throughout the entire film. They were Cuban.
That's the whole twist.
Unbelievable. I didn't.
Do we take anything seriously?
I just want people to know that when we start these segments, we do not know where they will end.
This was not planned at all. We did not plan to solve the greatest crime in history.
This should be the next
Diego Code.
This is the new plot to National Treasure.
Nick Cage is gonna go get my DNA test.
All right, we'll be back with more mysteries after this. All right, guys, so make sure you tune in to see the Soccer World Cup on Fubo Sports Network. The excitement of 6-a-side football in a 40-team global tournament. The action continues all weekend long, leading up to the finals this weekend right here on Fubo Sports Network. All right, I've caught a couple of those soccer games. They've been pretty dope, actually. Yeah. It's like a 6-a-side. It's like it feels like the new FIFA 20 Volta matches. You know,
I've seen just videos of them. I haven't downloaded the new FIFA yet.
Yeah, it's great.
I gotta get it, but I'm definitely gonna check that out on Fubo Sports. All right. The label that pays, man.
Okay, Tupac.
You know what I mean? I'm a spit out of camera.
So again, thank you again for watching and listening to the show. We appreciate you very much. Thank you again, Ansi Agolli, for joining us.
Ansi, it was an honor to talk to you, and thanks again to all the Gully Squad members who made the trip down to Philly possible.
Yeah, very much. That was a cool opportunity.
And thanks to Fang and Philadelphia Union. That was absolutely awesome.
Exactly. So thank you again for watching. My name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerreros.
And together, what are we?
I mean, we're a lot, but we are the Cooligans!